So Gracie actually tore both ligaments, cranial cruciate ligaments in her knee. It's also known as the ACL in people. It's cranial in dogs because it's towards their head, and man stands upright, so it's called the anterior cruciate ligament. We call it the ACL anyways, just because people know what that is. There are many, many ways to fix these, but basically it's a degeneration of the joint. And the ligament, the joint starts to degenerate and get some arthritis, and then the ligament degenerates and breaks. And we see this very, very commonly. It's my most common surgery. So there are many ways to fix it. The one that I have been using for the last few years is called a TTA, and you can see that at our website, which is sunsetvetsurgery.com, or it's also on YouTube, and it just explains the procedure. But it changes the mechanics in the knee so that the forces are different, and another ligament takes over the forces that are the function of the cranial cruciate ligament. And it's unusual that we have both at the same time, even though it's very common that dogs both break the ACLs, but usually it's not at the same time, but within 3 years, 30 to 50% will break the other one. So we do quite a few dogs on their second knee. We just happened to have this week 2 dogs that I did both knees on. Both are doing very well. They're walking well on them. So over the next couple weeks, we'll have her start to walk, and she's walking now, but we'll have her walk more and more. The more she walks, the better it is for the joint, because you need to have the joint moving really, really well, because the joint gets its nutrition through the joint fluid, and it has to move around and lubricate the joint and bring the nutrients to the cartilage and everything. Walking is good because that gives it a good range of motion. It's a very solid fixation, so I'm not too worried about it breaking down, but we still don't have any running, jumping, or playing because potentially a dog could break this down. But Gracie's doing very well, as you can see on the video, and she'll continue to go on and do well. She will have some arthritis, but the amount it will bother her will vary. It depends on her. And usually they go on and do very well. When we surveyed the first 100 that we did, the client's response was their satisfaction, their viewpoint was 9.4 out of 10. So I'm quite pleased with that. And Gracie's actually worked on her sutures a little bit, so she has a little opening at the top, so we're putting her on some antibiotics, and we've wrapped them up tightly. But I expect her to go on and do very well and have a very good, happy, functional life.